all I'm receiving.
Leave me alone!
It pains and slowly changing things I believe in. Some say these days will fade. I'm trying to believe them, but I'm second guessing my purpose. Wondering, is it all worth it? And I know good things.
I love my son. I would do anything for him. I just don't know how to help him with this one.
They can say whatever they want about me. I'm a drunk or whatever. But I love my son, and you can't take that away from me.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG Radio Show, and I have with me the actor, the writer, the creator, the producer, the everything, the future mogul, Richard Green, from the web series Hurt People, Bitter and Broken, which you can find on YouTube. But before we go into that, Richard, please introduce yourself to the people. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Again, I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I'm so excited. But my name is Richard Green. My artist name is Ricardo Richard, and I'm an upcoming writer, actor, director, and producer. And I'm excited, to share, about my the series that I've been working on for the last 3 years.
Awesome. Now, before we go into the series, because there is some juicy meat stuff, and folks, if you haven't already, go to YouTube right now, search Bitter and Broken web series. The videos will come right up. Please start with season 1, episode 1, because Richard has a lot to share with everybody this upcoming year. But before we get started on that, Richard, tell me a little bit about the show.
The show is dedicated to my best friend who lost his life from sickle cell 2015. So I was just going through a really dark place at that time, and I just kind of wrote through the healing process, and I got a cast together, got a guy to shoot it, and then it just started from there. It was something that was birthed out of pain, and I just wanted to give back and hopefully help heal somebody else while I was going through the healing process as well.
Awesome. Now, for people besides, and they'll realize this more, besides hating your character so much, what do you want people to come from this series after they do view it?
Say that last part again, I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem. So besides hating your character, even though it's kind of a hate-love relationship, what do you want people to come from this series when they do watch it?
I just want people to see themselves. I want people, again, to heal. I want people to understand, I just really want people to dissect, the things that they may be going through and just try to figure it out, whether that's counseling, whether that's spiritual healing through God and through Christ. Because I realized that growing up in the inner city, we lack resources, we lack opportunities, and it's traumatizing. I think for me, I didn't realize until I got older and I was able to see different things, because when I grew up and I used to see my friends in the projects, I used to think I thought everybody lived like that. So when I got a chance to be exposed to different things and different neighborhoods and different opportunities, I realized wow, it's traumatic growing up in the hood. It's not normal. But if that's a part of your norm, then, you think it's a part of your norm. So it's just important for me to, I want people just to at the end of the day, just really heal, to see themselves and get to to be the best version of themselves.
I love that. Now, during the shooting and, going through the episodes and such, what did you enjoy most from doing this series?
I think I enjoy most just the camaraderie against people. And then, I'm from a small city called Trenton, New Jersey. At the time, nobody has ever done a series in the city of Trenton. So I kind of, the fear kicked in, the questions we ask ourselves, am I good enough? I went to school for social science to be an educator. So I didn't have any, experience in the film industry. But, after my best friend passed away, it was just, a moment where I was like, you know what? You've always wanted to act. You always wanted to write. So I just stopped living in fear and I just went after the thing that I really wanted to do, you know. So this is just bigger than a series to me. It was really, you know, my life at that time, you know.
Wow, I love that, man. I really do. Now, besides YouTube, where else can they gain information about the web series?
It's on Facebook, Hurt People, Bitter and Broken the series. Instagram, Hurt People series. YouTube, of course, and then we've been picked up. Season 1 is like a Christian network. It's called CTF TV Network. So if you guys want to watch season 1, that was a blessing. That just actually came about February. I went on a talk show, and you know they really loved what we were doing and saying, and they picked up season 1. So I'm excited. So you can go to the CTF dash TV network and you can check it out there. So we're independent, we're excited, you know. So I just wanted to touch people. I don't really I mean I would be grateful if I was to like, you know, profit off of it. But I think for me it's just really important for, you know, young black kids to see themselves through what we're doing. It's important, like I said, for it to heal, and it's important that people get the message in it. So I think that if somebody's touched by it, even though it's a cliche, if somebody's touched by it, or a little young black boy in the hood sees it and like, you know what, I could act. You get what I mean? I want to do this. Or Richard did it, I could do it. Then my job is really done. Like, you get what I mean? Like, just to inspire, just like I feel like Tyler Perry has inspired me. If I can inspire somebody else, like that's all it's about. The gift is not mine; it's for me to, you know, to utilize what God's given me and to, you know, use it to His glory. So I'm all for it.
Awesome, man. I love hearing that, especially with the inspiration. Before I actually go on to my next question, we talked about the different social media channels, definitely being on YouTube, and you discussed the youth as well. Is there any major announcements, or I should say the biggest question of all, for those that have definitely seen the series, when can they expect the second season to come out?
Season 2 should be expected to premiere this fall. I'm excited. We're supposed to have a viewing party. Hopefully that will be a possibility. I'm not sure yet, you know, with everything going on with Corona. But season 2 is definitely, to me, is bigger and better. I chose to change the narrative and focus on the children. As you watch season 1, you'll see 2 of the main characters, Corey and Jordan. You'll see them maybe in 1 or 2 episodes, but season 2, they're kind of, I added another brother, and the 3 brothers are basically, I would say, the protagonists. They're the central characters of the whole series. So you'll see the new season, you'll see it through their eyes. It was important for me to have give kids the opportunity to tell their truth and their story. So these 3 kids, they grew up in the city of Trenton. They're abandoned by their mother. They don't know their fathers. One of the children know who their father is, and they're basically just trying to figure it out. Their mother, she's addicted to love. I wanted to change the narrative with that because sometimes people always think it's drugs or alcohol and don't realize that love can be a drug too if you abuse it. So I wanted to change that.
Yeah, I saw that trailer. Listen, man, I was about to ring her myself, and I was about to call Human Services, Child Services, the cops, everybody. And that was just after, I think the trailer wasn't even no more than 3 minutes. I was like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. So.
Right.
Oh man. Okay, cool.
I'm really, when I was creating the trailer or whatever, I just thought about Tupac, Dear Mama. So we was able to utilize that instrument, you know, for the time being, just the instrument, not his music. And I just felt like even before I even thought of the trailer, I just was like, I really need that song because it was just so important. And throughout the series, it talks about a mother's love, whether the abandonment of it or the season 2 is definitely about a mother's love.
Definitely. Oh man. Now, for the young filmmakers out there, or even those who definitely want to break into this industry, you know, I know that you've been working on this for 3 years. We definitely had the hiccup early in the year with COVID, and you know, now the importance of us is being spread out not only through our nation but across the globe. What advice would you give to somebody during times like these to be able to get up there? Like Netflix is saying, you know, certain productions or certain films are cutting down on. So what advice would you give to somebody in regards to still continue to pursue their dreams in the film and movie industry?
I would just tell them to keep going, you know, just start somewhere. You know, you never know where you're going to end up. Again, for me, you know, this is only the beginning for me. And I didn't know how to utilize a camera. I didn't go to acting school. I didn't know how to officially write a script when I first started. So it's just important to start somewhere. I believe that, as you continue to work towards your goals, you'll perfect your craft. And I'm still perfecting it. I still don't know everything about it, So I think just to do it, write that idea, or started somewhere. When I started, it's really about walking on faith, because I had no idea how I was going to do it. I just know it was literally burning inside of me, and I couldn't let it go. Like every time I just, kept trying to just talk myself out of doing it, it literally, I couldn't let it go. And I'm like, but how am I going to do this? And how am I going to do that? And it's literally like, I'm not trying to be deep or preachy. I literally just had to take it one step at a time and really trust God, because, when I really trusted God, everything was there, right there for me. Like the videographer who did weddings and bar mitzvahs and all this other stuff, he didn't have any experience in that type of film as far as doing a series, but it was his first time. The actors, I just, a lot of those was at my job. People at my job. The theme song, it was a guy who I met at work who did the Apollo, who did a whole bunch of things, who never really got a chance to get his big break. He had a song on YouTube called Free, and I was able to utilize that. So a lot of the things, they were right there in front of me. I just really just had to kind of trust God and just access it. So just do it. Don't overthink it. Sometimes I overthink things. Don't overthink it and just do it. Start somewhere. So that's the advice I would give. And just be consistent, and don't be afraid to meet people and go different places, and just always take an opportunity. Sometimes I could be somewhere and I'm just like, check my web series out, and people just look at them, be like, and then they get a chance to watch it. People leave comments, so I see, and they're like, oh my God, I loved it. When I was auditioning for somebody else's stuff, I was able to be like, hey, check this out, and people are like, oh my God, I want to be a part of it, So whenever I get the opportunity to spread about it, spread about the series, I do. So yeah, just seize every opportunity.
Listen, if you need a cameo, let me know. Trenton is about 30, 40 minutes away from me, so I don't mind being an old man on a park bench at all. So, no, but Richard Green, a.k.a. Ricardo Richard, a.k.a. Omari Cannon of Bitter and Broken, the web series. I can't thank you enough for being on the show, talking about this series. Folks, if you haven't already, just stop what you're doing. Actually, just stop looking at this whole video right now and listening to us right now, and go to YouTube right now. Check out Bitter and Broken web series. You can also find them on Facebook, Hurt People, Bitter and Broken, the series, and also on Instagram at Hurt People Series. And Richard, before we go, what is the channel again that folks can check on?
They can check on they can go online, type in Yahoo if you want to. It's called CTF-TV Network. So it's an online streaming service, and it has talk shows, all kind of different things, which is cool. And they picked this up. So we have 2 different outlets so that you guys can watch it. And I'm just excited. I just really wanted to just continue to grow and for as many people to see it. That opportunity was a little bit bigger because it was aired in different countries. So I'm like, okay, this is great. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to get out there, like I said, touch as many people as possible. So
awesome, man. I love that. So again, Richard, I can't thank you enough for being on the show. We're all looking forward to season 2. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to finish wrapping up. I actually need to go back to episode 2 because something don't seem right with Brashid, but we're going to figure it out. And I need you to put the bottles down. I just need you to do that.
It's so funny though. I know, we got limited time, but so sometimes people meet me in a city that probably didn't know me before. They're telling me the same thing, and I'm like, I'm just acting, But it was fun playing this character, because I'm complete opposite. Like I'm so somewhere else, and I was give me a chance to just be regular and be silly, be a little free. So that's what I love about acting as well.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you again so much for being on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, tune in Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. on Facebook Live, as well as the YouTube replay of the RNG Radio Show. Richard, thank you again so much for being on the show, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Fleslet on the beat.